Alright, what's up, everybody? So, I wanted to go through price action from today um, and the market review, but I also wanted to, what's the word? Kind of show my thoughts off a little bit and how I probably should have been in this particular trade and how I could have held it a little bit longer than I initially did. Now, I think I'll do this kind of as a weekly review kind of thing. It's been a weird week. I only got entries on Monday, but price has really been bullish. Pretty much every day. It's just been a matter of whether or not I've been able to get into a trade, which hasn't been the case. Um, Unfortunate, but that's the reality. So, just want to check something real quick. Yeah. So with regards to trades today, right? I was bullish coming into the day, didn't take a trade. No, this is the 5 minute, but there's something that I saw and I thought was extremely interesting, which was we had this manipulation range. Right? Now, this manipulation range happened during London, right? It's actually clear on the 15. Where are we at? Yeah, it's clear on the 15, where you can see that's the very clear manipulation of that, right? We had this very clear candle that pushes down, sweeps these equal lows, and from there we move bullish. Now, on the 1 minute, what did I see that I did not take, which in hindsight I should have taken? The reason I didn't take it is my R would have been way too small. All right. So coming in, 9:30. Here we go. Manipulate up. We take out all these equal highs in this area. All these equal highs from yesterday afternoon. We take all that out. We push lower. Great. Love it. Now we sweep all this internal liquidity before ultimately going higher to our target. So this is essentially the Judas swing, which is what we want. So price comes in. We try to push higher. We have equal. What am I talking about? We have news at 10 o'clock. Now the news at 10 o'clock doesn't really matter, but it does, right? Clearly, it didn't give us that much of a reaction, but what it would have done is disrupt everything that's going on, which is exactly what it did. And I just saw something that I didn't notice before. We definitely disrupted, all right? And that's this candle here. Clear see we spike down, push up. Now, what I just saw that I didn't see before was this, all right? This FEG. This FEG doesn't get broken below, and it's respected very well. All right, cool. But we get that, we push higher, we get a very nice aggressive push down, and I'm seeing this. I'm like, ooh. We got this FEG. We inverse. I'm like, ooh, should I enter this? Is this a good trade? Now, I was gonna enter somewhere in here during the live stream, and my stop would have been below this low. All right. This is a singular candle that pushes through the inverse. Price should not come below that candle based off how I trade. Now, rewind a little bit. When taking this trade, what is my target? Well, I really have two. First target is this high, which is essentially the 9:30 open. All right. So here I'm looking at a 1-to-1. I'm like, yo, there's no way I'm taking that. My second target. Oops. Sorry. Where are you at? ATH. My second target is this, which is all-time highs, which is pretty much the same exact spot. Just gonna So 1 minute, 1 second. All right, there we go. So this is essentially my trade, right? Which, looking at it right now, makes absolutely no sense. This would have been a great, well, not even a great first target, to be quite honest with you. This would have been a decent first target or break-even level to be like, all right, cool, now we can start running. But where I really should have been looking to target was the 2 standard deviations of the manipulation leg that happened at 9:30. During London session, which was extremely clear. Now this then pushes my trade to a point where it actually makes sense. Would I have been in this for a while? Of course. Would I really care? Not too much, to be quite honest with you. So now we're looking at a 5R, and we end up pinning it, what's this, forever later. Would have been holding this trade for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now, this particular trade makes a lot more sense to me than the first one that I was looking at. And to be quite honest with you, it's something that I overlooked. Because if it is that this is my risk reward, I'm in this all day, every day. But because my risk reward, let me just draw a little line here so we know where we're looking. You know, if my risk reward is just like this, to me, this doesn't make any sense to take at a 1.5. I don't care how good my win rate is. It's more of a matter of why am I taking something like this when why am I taking something like this at a 1? I don't take anything under really and truly a 2.2R. But something like this, which is a 5R, I take that, all day, every day. Set it and forget it, right? And you can see price obviously came into it, tapped it, did its own thing. So that's going to be something that I look for in the future. And I think the reason I also didn't take it is because we were at all-time highs. Or even let me change that. The reason I didn't look for it is because we were at all-time highs already. But in actuality, these are the types of trades that I want to be taking long term, which are the very clear manipulation trade, the very clear target, and then we move from there, right? Where's the first manipulation of the leg? That's here. Second manipulation's here, so on and so forth. Technically, this is the first manipulation all the way down here. And we could have looked to trade that, which pretty much we did. So yeah, that's kind of going to be the recap from the market today. Not necessarily a missed trade, but I went into it a little cautiously, right? If we were to do that from the second manipulation, which is over here, I don't think we get that high. Let me see if there's... Nope. From the 2 minute, nope. From the 1 minute, I think from the 1 minute it might be the best option. You got this clear push down. So this is the 1 minute manipulation here. Oh yeah, that actually probably lines up pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that lines up pretty close. But yeah, hindsight's 20/20. But something to look forward to in the future. In the training, but I mean, bias was fine. Bias was great. I was calling out everything that I wanted to see, calling out everything that was happening. It was just a matter of whether I could get entry criteria. And I did and didn't at the same time, right? So, yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. Hope everyone has a good weekend.